Wow. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Ben, good to see you. You've been in the isolation booth for the last hour and a half, so we haven't had a chance to say hello. How are you?
I'm good. Live along, prosper.
And live along, prosper to you as well. Yes. Greetings. It's Star Trek time, baby, and with Star Trek time, I always turn to my main Trekkie pal, Ben. Ben, you've seen Star Trek.
Once or twice.
Did you enjoy it?
I enjoy Star Trek far too much. And like every Star Trek fan, I hate a lot of it.
Yes. I mean,
I think that's true of any sci-fi franchise. Like that's true of like Doctor Who or Star Wars or something. Like, you're a real fan once you hate it.
Yes. I mean, what is like a regular amount of episodes and movies to hate if you're a Star Trek fan? Like 40%?
I think 40% is a pretty healthy amount. Like, I mean, you get to a level where, like, if you're a real Star Trek head, like, you just outright hate series is, and then that's like, so it's like, all right, so. Most people don't like Enterprise. Excuse me. Most people don't like Enterprise. I don't like Voyager. So of the 80s, 90s Treks, that's 2 out of 4. Though Enterprise only had 4 seasons.
So just out of curiosity, what was it about having
100% or you're not a real fan? No.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what was it about having a woman as captain that bothered you so badly?
Wow, yeah, Jesse, finally got it.
Welcome in, Jake Bolshevik, and thank you, Kevin, for the resub.
It was because I couldn't tolerate a new Star Trek without Worf, and that's how I felt about Deep Space Nine until they brought Worf in. That's how I felt about Picard until they brought Worf in. And
it was one of the biggest weaknesses of the original series. Was the lack of Worf. Yeah. I mean, I'm just a Worf head. Oh, now this is a good question. Yeah, what percentage does like a decaf Jedi fan? What percentage of my streams do you enjoy? I'd say still about 40%. Yeah, I think that's the sweet spot. But are we going to enjoy this one? That's the big question. Is Star Trek Resurgence in that 60% of Trek we enjoy? Or does it fall into the 40% of Trek we bitterly hate?
Well, the good news is, from the screenshots I've seen, there is one thing I like as someone that's naturally suspicious of all things. You'd say, Ben, it's a new Star Trek thing. You should like it. And instead, I'm deeply suspicious and immediately try to poke holes. But it does have one thing I do like, which is I like the Insurrection / DS9 uniforms.
Yes,
like the purple ones. I love those uniforms. Let me just off screen. I have a friend in one of those. 1 second.
A special guest? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope it's Worf. I hope Worf is here. I hope you have Mr. Worf. Is it Worf? Do you have Worf there?
Well, let's take a look.
Hands left. It's Michael Dorn.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh, it is Worf.
What do you think?
Wow, that's amazing. Well, it just so happens I have Tom Paris right here. You can see just from a distance, Paris. It's classic Tom Paris action figure. Wow, that's a good Worf.
Yeah, this is Insurrection. This is a Insurrection toy Worf. And he towers... Man. I want to make this clear. This is a massive toy. Like, this is very large. Like, I have other like Star Trek action figures around, and none of them are nearly this large. And my head is pretty large.
You are over 4 feet tall.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of people don't know that.
That's like I'm about a meter.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have quite a crowd here this evening. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you could be here for this exciting game. I think we should just play it. What do you think?
Yeah, let's play it. I noticed while I was in the sensory deprivation tank before this that the music is by the Telltale. Like, there's Telltale people that worked on this, but it's by Jared Emerson something. And I love all of the music that he did for Telltale. So that's another thing I'm excited to hear more of.
Yeah, it has all the Telltale signs of one of their classics.
Also,
I'm sorry, Ben. Did you hear that?
What?
It had all the Telltale signs.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. There's a bit for that. Take that, Ben. So I think we should just do this. Yeah, let's make this happen. No, the music's fantastic so far for menu music. Hey, Pickled Dog, good to see you. Thank you for those bits, Tom. So we're just killing this one. That save, it's over. That was my make sure the game works save.
Have Worf sit here next to my mouse.
Oh, man.
And just remember, Worf is just going to sit there and remind me what makes good Star Trek.
Do you think that if confronted with an Earth mouse, that Worf would be comically afraid of it, in that way that tough characters are sometimes afraid of non-threatening things like mice?
I feel like Worf, they've endowed with a couple things like that already, like his love of prune juice, right? Like,
yes.
That's not something that a big tough man would like.
No, but he loves it. He can't get enough of it.
But
man, I have a giant jug of prune juice. Why am I not using that as redemption? Oh, speaking of redemption, we've been asked by Dr. Mario, who can name the most obscure Star Trek character from any of the TV shows? I take it this is a head-to-head. I'm not going to be good at this.
Yeah. The worst part about this is, like, somewhere in this room, maybe in the closet, maybe back there in the closet, I have Star Trek Deep Space Nine collectible cards. And that has, like, you give me, like, a second with those, because, like, the general pull of that pack, like, you're not getting a Ben Sisko. You're not getting a Jadzia Dax.
Yes.
You're not even getting an Ezri Dax.
Oh,
like,
man.
You're getting
a Curzon Dax.
No Curzon.
Oh,
like,
man.
You're getting the all right, so see, I think to really do this, I should have the name, but I don't. But here's a good obscure character, is the Defiance Romulan cloak device minder, who's there for like an episode, and then they're like, you know what? We don't need to have a Romulan sit here and babysit the cloaking device. I guess bye-bye.
That's wonderful. I was thinking like recurring named characters, and okay, go ahead. Here's what I came up with: Mott the Barber from TNG, the ship's Bolium Barber, which isn't that obscure. Like, that's one that, like, that's like a fan favorite obscure character.
Another obscure character who I can't remember the name from, but the guy from the future in Enterprise, and he shows up in like 15 episodes.
Yes.
But I couldn't even, no one could tell you his name. No one in Sub-Commander Tarul, thank you.
Yes.
No one in the chat, unless you, and don't go to Memory Alpha, and don't even go to Memory Beta. No one in the chat will be able to think of that guy who's like, I'm from the future. I'm here to help you stop the temporal Cold War, Archer. No one. Crewman Daniels, that is his name, but you made it up.
That is the character. Yes, absolutely. Grayson with this strange space name, Whoopi Goldberg. That one's appeared on a few episodes of Next Generation, I believe, and Picard. Good job, Grayson.
Mud, but as played by Rainn Wilson.
That's a good one. Okay, and then here's Ben. I've got one more. You guys didn't come here to see the game, right? Like that's not.
It's a good thing I'm here to keep us on track, not play the game.
That's right. I've been infected by Adventure Tuesday ass grabbing. So Kevin has redeemed Make the Ship Go lines, where we share, if we were captains, what our engage would be. Since that's now a thing, they've lampshaded it so hard.
That feels like such a fan. Like I get it, but it feels very kind of fanish to me, right? Like that they're all like, hee hee. Everybody has a different.
Yes.
Like, it's a little too cute for me. I'm sorry. See, this is the Star Trek shit. Everyone in the chat is furious now. They're like, we all loved Crewman Daniels. And we love it when they're like, oh, what's Saru gonna say to make the ship go? Anyway, mine is, let's skedaddle.
Oh man, let's skedaddle is very good. Like
it was part of the cliffhanger.
I cheated on this one because I was the one who
I had no prep.
So that was no prep. Let's skedaddle's good with no prep. I was going to go with Punch It, Margaret. Do you remember that Toyota commercial from the 1980s? Probably not. You may not have been born. But it's a bunch of old ladies in a Camry. And, like, they want to drive fast. And one of the old ladies says to another one, like, punch it, Margaret. And it'd be great if my helmsman was named Margaret, because then it would be appropriate. But if it isn't, then it's hilarious. It's like, why are you calling me, a Bolian helmsman, Margaret? That is not a traditional Bolian name. So Punch It, Margaret, not bad. My other option would just be, if I were going for something a little bit more like gravitas.
And I think JJ Trek did do Punch It.
Punch It's pretty good. He did do it. Dang it. God.
Yeah, he heard Punch It.
Okay. How about let's do it to it?
That's good.
Let's do it to it.
That's good. I'll take that.
There we go. Okay, now I think we should start the game.
Yeah.
Begin.
The nice thing about these Telltale style games is, like, you can't just sit in a room for 50 minutes while you talk about.
You say that.
Fred McMurray.
This is a Dramatic Labs adventure, though.
I like Let's Get Dangerous. That's fun.
Let's Get Dangerous. Little Darkwing Duck.
My ship go line would be Beastie Boys Sabotage.
Alexa, play Beastie Boys Sabotage. That would be mine. Space Alexa. That's a shuttlecraft.
Yeah.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4.
Okay,
Crew is
hold
restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down.
It's always an ion storm in space now. Constant.
They're ready for something.
Can one of it's Crime Time's good. Can one of the Trekkies in chat look up that star date so we get a little bit of context? I know that this is post TNG. I assume it's post Dominion War.
Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
Oh wow, it's a
Jared Emerson Johnson. There we go.
Officer is en route to the Resolute.
En route to you.
I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Oop.
Bob Beans. It feels like the Telltale engine, doesn't it?
Yeah, it already. Like the thing that everyone complained about at the time. Are you gonna Oh, phew.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles?
Okay, Ben, this is an important place to begin. Who are we? We're Jara, I think, right now, according to this screen. But, I mean, who are we? Like, what is our deal?
That's a great point. A great question. Well, you know, my favorite Star Trek character is Major Kira. I love her so much. I named my cat for her, and she's a little spiky, a little sharp edge. She has a tragic backstory.
Yes.
And when we first meet her, she's throwing punches, throwing haymakers. She's, kind of pissed off. She does not suffer fools. So, that's what I'm.
That's what you're.
Kira is and that's just the cat. Sometimes Kira throws up on the rug. And
that's
who will
also
forget,
the character, yeah.
Yeah, and who will forget Major Kira's obsession with chewing on electrical wires?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, all this so far checks out. So you think we are going to be
she softens up as she gets to know people.
Okay. So we're going to start out a little harsh, not mean, not cruel, but and sometimes throwing up on the rug.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, let's do it.
Worst.
I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Stick around in Starfleet and you'll be sure to see worse than this.
What?
And you're here to talk about it.
In the flesh.
That's good.
The crew is impacted by things I say. Oh no.
What race is she? I'm sure we'll get
I'm a little
the
anxious.
specifics on that.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment.
Yeah, I don't recognize it.
When we get to the starbase,
It is a nose ridge. She's got a very mild loaf, as I'd say on Greatest Generation.
For Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the.
So one thing I will note is that all the performances, and this is a compliment, a sincere compliment, is all of the performances have kind of the flat affect of 80s and 90s Trek.
Yes, perfect.
Which is that was a stylistic direction from Richard Berman. Oh, look at that! We got
there
the
it is.
font.
It's the font, wrong color. I prefer it in a blue.
Yeah, that font looks. But this isn't TNG.
Look it up. She's half Cobliad?
Now that's not my feed from your computer, right? It's hitching up a little.
It is hitching up a little bit.
Right.
Yes. Like, it is not a smooth engine at the moment.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
I gotta say, too, there's someone we've met. I've got the sound cranked all the way up in the game and on my desktop, and it sounds a little quiet to me. Is that just me?
It is a little quiet. I'm actually pumping you up a little bit on Discord, where I can't hear you better.
I wonder what you can do. Like, is there a way to boost beyond what, kind of like reroute sound through the main deflector dish? Like, what do you do when a game is just simply too quiet on maximum settings?
I don't know if she could take much more of this.
Oh, that's good. Let's see.
Yeah,
is it...
eject the core. You know what? Actually, let's go to the battle bridge.
that could be the answer. Huh.
The eject the core payoff in Lower Decks is one of my favorite Star Trek things. Separate the saucer section. Yeah.
Now, you see, Experiment Ego, I have the entire master volume at 100 right now, and it's at 100 in OBS, and it's at 100 in the game.
So I want to know before you move, they are stopped.
Yes.
they are maybe that's part of the plot, though. Maybe there's some sort of alien freezing device.
Yes. Cherry Sherbet, Lower Decks is the only Trek they've ever watched.
Well, how do you like it?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe you've
I
heard
played
of the Torvalin
Starfleet
test?
Academy.
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy.
Yeah.
Simulations are great for training, but they're not quite the same as the real thing.
Yeah, see,
That's
like
fair.
they're all talking with a very
Guess I'm
like
about to
kind
find
of like they even like the ASMR voices of Star Trek actors in 1992.
Let's see. So, just a second. I'm going to adjust this a little bit further. Experiment Ego suggested sliding around some sliders here, but I think I've got everything at max here in the game. Right? I mean, yeah, that's master at full. That's music, sound, dialogue. I don't know.
Yes. Speaking of sliders, Jerry O'Connell is great in Lower Decks.
Ah.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
Yeah, you can tell the Akutas did not work on this.
Bad Elcars?
Yeah. Bad Elcars.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait,
Failure structured,
you're
stable.
Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test.
That's right, rookie.
You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before.
2.
I just...
Oh,
came
I
off
did
the
1.
ship and
I'll
was
let you pick the
landing
next
on
one, Ben.
solid
Yeah,
ground.
yeah.
When people say top 3, what they really mean is 3rd place. I'm not first, so there's always room for improvement.
I'll, keep working then.
It's a very
I believe
Janeway
Commander
response.
Urquhart
Mhm.
is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
Yeah,
See you
Twitch
on the
integration would be pretty good. Lower Decks is a grower. It takes a little while to find its voice. They've even I think Mike McMahon has said, like the showrunner has said, like,
I'm racing this guy. I'm sorry.
I think he's gonna beat you. Where is he racing to? Oh,
Great question. To the standing still room.
okay.
Are they back? He's just scanning in forever.
Back to here. Well, he's moving his hand around a little bit. Maybe that thing is like hitched up.
Well, it's like a Disney ride where as soon as our group goes through, he has to get back in place for the next group.
Yeah.
You know, Star Trek Elite Force.
Elite Force is a good game, especially because I forget if it's Elite Force or the next one that you can set yourself on fire before you start a.
If I remember
Oh god, it's so good.
Commander Ahmad is a boy,
But I mean,
so I'm looking for something
Jess and I played 25th anniversary, and at some point in the near future, on my stream we'll play Judgment Rights, and those stand tall for me.
So Ben, we're looking for a Bolian.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah, that
I'm
guy
not
looks
sure
like a
where
Bolian.
my
Definite Bolian.
is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Why did we end up on the
Right.
star base with all the
Nerves must be getting
losers?
to me.
Boy, we really did. Someone should Google and see if it's possible to turn up the
I
volume.
found!
Oh,
His arm almost got chopped off by that
the
lip.
swooshy
there.
door. You think they'd have sensors?
Yeah. And Jess,
Yes.
please.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd have sensors.
Well, you haven't
Please. This is a Star Trek stream.
Oh.
Say sensor.
Sensors.
The right way.
Sensors.
Starbase
Examine
128
information.
has 4 docks. I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
What are the meals? What we got here?
Great question. What are we looking at? Oh wow. Sad. Piece of ham.
Yeah. Like you have replicators and you're having just a potato. A
sad potato. Hey, do you think this is our commander?
This guy's not Mott. He is the Mott. He is the first Mott.
he's the Mott that Mott the Barber was based on.
Yeah. Bland meatloaf hot.
Whoa.
Welcome
quick fan.
to the Galaxy, Commander Rydek.
You know what? I've loved this character design. Like, this one looks a lot more detailed.
Yes.
Commander? I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here.
What do you say, Ben?
A bit bumpy.
I know conditions are less.
Actually, it should have been I could take it. That's what Kira would have said.
Bumpy,
Oh well.
But otherwise okay.
My apologies. This storm is unlike anything I've seen before.
What if they're going through the Badlands and they also end up in the Delta Quadrant?
Oh no.
We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship.
That's a 2.
Research vessel.
Ooh, I like that performance.
Spare me the flattery, Mr. Ermont. I'm here to work.
Duly noted.
First officer probably got space madness.
It is interesting, like, so there are things in this game that don't look a little aged graphically, but then there are some things that look really like contemporary and good. It's just kind of
She can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
Wow.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame.
Hey, Robin.
It was a
the way that he delivered. Oh, someone Bop's up in the chat. Bop if you got him.
It was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other.
Ben?
That's what it means.
That's a 2.
To have lost so many lives. That's a high price to pay.
Too high by any estimation. But there's nothing that can be done about it now except get back to work.
Get back to work.
Make sure it never happens again.
Oh my goodness. We have to pause for just a moment because Chunky Code Monkey just raided. How is it going, Chunky Code Monkey? Welcome in. Let me give a shout out here to Chunky Code Monkey. Playing Injustice Gods Among Us. Oh my goodness. That sounds like a lot of fun. I have picked that up at some point along the way in a bundle somewhere. Played about 45 minutes of it, and
that's the DC fighting game by the Mortal Kombat people, right?
That's right. I bet Grayson knows all about it.
Yeah, Grayson loves that crap.
He can't get enough of it.
I've been trying to convince Grayson to stream the Dungeons and Dragons fighting game, which I'm sure is very good.
Yes, it has to be. But welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, Raiders. I'm Decaf Jedi.
Hi.
And this is my pal Ben, PS Garrick, PS_Garrick, here on Twitch.tv. And we're streaming the new Star Trek adventure game, Star Trek Resurgence. It's a good time. Hope all of y'all are doing well. We're both retro adventure streamer type folks. And if you enjoy those sorts of games, give us both a follow. We'd appreciate it. But thank you for coming in.
The Chunky Code Monkey, the Dungeons and Dragons fighting game, is called. Unless I looked at this and it's not this, but I believe it is this. Looking at a screenshot, I just saw a screenshot of this, so maybe isn't Iron and Blood? Is that a fighting game? Because it also came out on the PS1, and I can't imagine it's very good.
Well, credit where credit's due. It could be awesome.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it probably is awesome.
That's why it's probably so awesome.
I take it back.
It's a well-kept secret. People have been keeping it under wraps. What a great game.
Iron and Blood, Warriors of Ravenloft. I'm looking at screenshots. This looks like a late 90s chunky polygonal fighting game. So, something to try out. Yeah, right next. It is absolutely a Masters of Terracossi looking game.
Masters of Terracossi ass game. All right, let's get back to the action. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
You're
no.
kidding me.
Oh no. Now
you're kidding me.
Paul Not Pat warned us of this in the Discord.
He did?
He did.
What'd he say?
He said, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see a save. I accidentally went to the main menu and it sent me back to the beginning of the chapter. Oops. So don't do that. And I almost said that to you, but then I didn't. Can you escape? Can you hit escape past this?
Nope.
Captain's log, star date 5.
We live with this now.
Hitting period, does that do anything?
Period doesn't do anything. Backspace doesn't do anything. Enter. Space bar.
Well, I felt we were being too harsh to this ensign.
And the crew isn't letting unprecedented.
Oh yeah, there's a redemption.
Oh wait, let's
get the hottest Star Trek take.
Hottest Star Trek take. Oh man, you go first, Ben. Because mine's the same as yours, it turns out.
Oh really?
Yeah, just go. You say yours, and I'm going. I bet it's the same as mine.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
This is an old improv trick.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't know it.
What is my hottest Star Trek take? I know I have a couple. Oh, all right. So I don't know if this is a hot take. It's just something I'm really curious about.
In this case,
here's my hot Star Trek take, which is that by the end of the second season of Next Generation, they had figured out
our new first
what that version of that show was going to be.
Jara, Rydek.
Like that version of the show where there was this will they won't they with Riker and Deanna, which they didn't really like. It comes up in the later ones. They do end up getting married, but it's not really that big a part of the story in the same way that it is in the first two seasons. And there's also will they won't they in with Beverly and Picard. There's also other little story threads and things that they're building up in a way that the characters all act, which is completely tossed out. In the third season, it's completely different. And for most of us, that's good because the third season's when the show gets really great and is consistent, and you can just watch any episode from there, and odds are that's good. My hot take here, is that by the end of the second season, they came up with the best version of that particular
I'm a little anxious.
Next Gen, and there's I want to visit the alternate reality where they kept writing Next Gen that way. I want to see what would happen. I want more Pulaski. I want more Data the really weird way they wrote him. I want more of that.
Okay, so that
Arlen, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah,
they add in the third, because also pretty much all of the writers left at the Michael Piller, who became the show the head writer in the third season, he had to just go and sort through a big pile of scripts and was just oh shit.
You see, it's funny because I think like I was thinking hot takes because we've done Star Trek hot takes before on these streams, and I think one of mine was that I was a Pulaski defender and thought she was a more interesting and better character than Beverly Crusher. So maybe what I want to do is retract a hot take, because I think that Dr. Beverly Crusher became a far more interesting character as a result of the most recent season of Picard, where she was given more to do than she was in the entire run of TNG, I feel like.
Here's my hot take. There isn't a good season of Picard. There's my hot take. There you go.
Is that a hot take, or is that just like a statement of fact?
There's a lot of people that loved this season, and I'm here to say I did. I did like certain episodes, and I enjoyed watching it under the influence to see my old friends, like Worf.
You licked the Worf,
that's my hot
and then you watched the episodes.
Not just in my class.
Oh, all right. Now, see, Paul, I would call that a hot take
too. Of the Academy.
Simulations are
Paul, like Disco's latest, better than Picard.
The real thing.
That's fair.
I think I've mentioned this before, and so we're just talking over this because we had to play it once already. But
see, Robin, look at Robin. Robin's like, I've never met a person in my life.
Yeah, there you go.
Like Picard season 3, but Robin said to me earlier that they also have friends that just like all of Picard.
Yeah.
Which is baffling to me. I don't understand how anyone could enjoy the second season of Picard.
Everyone I know IRL, every single person I know IRL who has watched Picard absolutely loves it.
Absolutely crushed.
Like every bit of it. Every episode, every season.
You finished in what?
I think it's the greatest thing ever. Best track since TNG.
You want to talk about a Star Trek that completely tosses its premise.
Sorry.
Picard does that 3 times. Each season is a completely different show.
Yes. And it's hard to believe that you couldn't say bat 333 on that one. Like you wouldn't get one good season with 3 tries.
I'll keep working then.
I'll say that season 3 is kind of fun because you get to see all your old friends like Crusher and Worf, and for like 2 seconds Troy shows up to fuck up the whole plot, which is very funny. Yeah, like that guy's in a rush. I gotta go to stand in place.
If I remember my briefing.
All right,
now watch this. Do you think the guy's going to have his arm chopped off this time?
Oh, wow. He's kind of teleporting around. We're all kind of teleporting around now.
Arlen, my name here is PS_Garrick. Like, you're not going to get. Like, that's not. Here's the thing about Star Trek. I don't think there is a such thing as like a hot take because it has such a broad variety of flavors. Yeah, see? It has such a broad variety of tones and flavors and types of shows it is, and different things, and different people go to Star Trek for different reasons. And like there are conservatives that bafflingly like Star Trek.
I'll replicate myself.
So, but what that means is that there's no hot takes because every take exists.
Yes. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I will say, liking the most recent season of Discovery is a pretty hot take. Has anyone said that? I got so mad at the season finale of Discovery.
Oh yeah, all right. Should we say spoiler mute for a second?
Probably not. I'll just say I turned it off like with about 6 minutes to go because I couldn't stand listening to any of the characters speak anymore. I was just like, I've made it this far. I'm done.
This storm is unlike anything I've seen before.
Oh, so you missed the very strange cameo at the end of it.
Is there a strange cameo?
Yeah, there is. You meet the president of Earth.
Oh, yeah, I know about that cameo.
Yeah. See, Koozie, I'm right with you.
To our little research vessel.
I just want it to be the 90s again.
You can spare me the flattery, Mr. Ermont.
This is you know,
duly noted.
You know, we gotta go back to the 90s. Episodic television, X-Files, Star Trek.
Experiment Ego. That's
500 episode shows and about 10 episodes of plot.
Yeah, Experiment Ego expresses my greatest fear that Strange New World will somehow fuck up season 2. And I'm right there with them.
And she doesn't look so bad.
But you know, season 2 starts on my birthday.
Preventing plasma fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but...
Now, Robin notes there were no out gay people on television in the 90s, but that's not completely true, because occasionally you had to have gay panic jokes.
Well, and every show would have one gay episode. And it would get a GLAAD award.
That's right. GLAAD was just so happy to be invited.
Like GLAAD, like every time you look up the gay episode of any sitcom from 1990 to like 2003, it's like, and it could be an episode. This had like, I'll look it up on Wikipedia, and you watch the episode, and you're like, wow, this is remarkably condescending and offensive. And then you watch it, and it's like, received the GLAAD visibility award. You're like, you know what? Like I can't hold that. Like I can't hold that against them. You know, that episode of Wings must have been really good for them.
But I should warn you that when
they really tackled some issues.
Would be the new first officer. There were those who felt it was a mistake that he should have promoted.
All right. Oh, are we?
We're almost caught up.
You might want to tread lightly at first.
Oh, I think this is new. This is new.
They come to value.
They don't trust us. What do you think, Ben?
They'll need to get over that.
All due respect to anyone that feels that way. They're gonna have to get over it.
Grayson, very good.
Here, and I have a job to do, just like anyone else.
That's true, but I wouldn't say it like that. Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region.
Oh, I'm afraid to see this. This screen scares me. Coming off as rather rude and abrupt, despite being empathetic to what the crew. Oh, it gives you real-time updates on what an asshole you're being.
I know he's eager to see you.
Wait, can I see that again? Hold on.
We have
Jara, man.
Funny. And what does Ensign Calloway think of us again? Okay, whatever. I haven't seen the Orville. I know that it has a lot of fans. I just cannot stand Seth MacFarlane. And it's just I know everybody, like, and I've heard very good things and people I trust.
Yeah, 6-7. I'm scared to death of that main menu button. Uh-oh.
Oh, I was like, did the game stop? Oh, no, it's back. Okay. I was like, it was black for like... Ooh. You know, this is like Kirk and Spock opening up the door.
Oh, I know. Look, can't do it. Whose hands do you think those are?
I think it's they're new hands.
New hands. Never before seen hands?
Yeah, they're never before seen hands.
Oh, are you ready for a face reveal?
Are we going? Oh my god! All right. Yeah.
Handsome man.
Yeah, he is handsome.
Ha
That's Kevin's joke. It's not.
I got just the thing.
And the plasma torch.
Oh boy, this is like
Demon World.
Space Quest 5.
Demon World. He's got Demon World sticker.
Remember Star Trek Borg when you couldn't, like, whatever, the button to use the scanner was not working, and so we were just stuck in that one death for like 20 minutes.
Need to melt some corrosion.
Yes. What a good game.
Hey, no, it was. Oh no, I'm getting roasted.
Hey, Ben.
Very mean to Kevin.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Wow, that was... I liked how...
Vaporized corrosion. Oh my lord.
This is just like cleaning the seal at the beginning of Space Quest 5. In fact, most of this game is just...
What if this is just like made by a bunch of Space Quest 5 heads? I mean, if so, it bodes well for it.
Space Quest 5 is one of my favorite Sierras.
Yeah.
I love Space Quest 5.
Maybe in the top 5 or 6 Star Trek games of all time.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I'm so
I would love to have
mouse.
like a Final Fantasy style, like Space Quest 5 2.
Space Quest 5 Intrigue.
Yeah, just like more time with Flo and Drool, Cliffy.
Oh man, look at me doing work. Like I'm in Starfleet. B. Engage.
That.
He should have kissed his hand. Like he should have. That was
it. Another fine day at the office.
Wait, is this a new episode?
Oh man, yes.
Was that a whole episode?
That was a whole episode.
But just get that wasn't an episode.
I thought that thing was totally fried.
We got a trill.
Mmm.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Neely.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering.
Pretty cool trill.
Like, now.
Okay, Nick wants to know, and I'll let you fill this one, Ben. How are we feeling about this one so far?
Corrosion in there was pretty extreme.
I mean, all right. So there's obvious technical issues that we're running into. I can't render an opinion yet because it's like, yeah, we just got on the ship, you know?
Yeah, we looked at some food and we scanned our hand, and that was an episode.
Recalibrating. Ouch. I'll leave you to it.
I wanted to see if there's cool stuff to look at.
Like the worst thing about Star Trek for me is that, like, there are certain sound effects that just push buttons in my brain. Like when you ran by that person pushing like the L-Cars buttons, it was like, blip, 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 like, you know, that just like activates certain things in my mind. And so
would you like to transport some cargo?
Hurry up!
I like how rushy this lady is. Wow.
Hey Diaz, can you give us some help with the transporter?
No. So what's Diaz like? Is he a nice guy?
Diaz is like Rutherford.
We need to test this
so yeah, he's very nice.
I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I got it. No problem.
I like his voice. Select waypoints to create a path through the ionic interference. The line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. The yellow bar indicates the stability of your path. When full, you will succeed. Use mouse to aim and hold, and left mouse button to drag waypoints.
Feeling this will not be very difficult. This seems pretty straightforward. You just kind of make sure the dots aren't in the red area. Yeah.
Wow.
You did it. Good job.
Whoa, hey,
I need help with that.
Yeah, boy, what an idiot that guy was.
Whoop.
Don't tell Chovak.
Not a word.
Man, I love the music in this. The music's very good.
It is very good. Oh man, I could fuse those rockets to a platform. Could do anything with this. Probe. Yeah.
Oh, these are heavier than they look.
I mean, they look pretty heavy. I'm, you know, Diaz.
You're welcome.
That's.
Is that Lieutenant Abed? It looks a lot like Abed from Community.
I was gonna say he kind of actually looked like Toby to me from The Office.
Oh wow, those are two very different reads on a character. Was that all I need to do there? Just pick up that one?
That was
DuckTales Larry King. Cambo is one of my favorite quotes of all times.
You know, like, it's nice to hear the little swoosh.
The swoosh is good.
Oh, hold on. Turn around. This is so funny. Turn around. Oh, can't go that way. We have boxes.
Joke's on her. I'll just teleport to the other side.
Hey, don't let LT catch you blocking the corridors like this.
We'll clear it up once we finish the delicate work. Good looking out, though.
Yeah, I do like the TNG era ship.
It looks very Voyager-y.
If she breaks, we'll just fix
like
it.
the pads, because I always think of the Voyager as looking like my dad's Camry.
You know,
like a 1993 Camry that he had, like drove until like 2003. Like had it for 10 years. Got it well over 100,000. Loved that car.
How do you feel? How do you feel about nacelles on the bottom?
You know,
oh, that guy that's walking backwards.
The worst thing about it is, I know a lot of people have spaceship discussions, and I do have opinions, but unfortunately, mine aren't as mine are kind of the I don't know spaceships, so I know what I like. Wait, why are you getting? Oh, Jara. Oh, you can Carter. All right. Oh, you have to go over to the other tab.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, I guess we do, don't we?
Yeah.
But we have an important redemption from your pal Grayson. I suppose.
Oh, that's great.
I suppose he's my pal too, technically. But we have an artificial intelligence redemption where we plug in a prompt to Midjourney AI bot, and it generates some bespoke art for us. And Grace has requested a corridor inside of a spaceship blocked by the Pokemon Snorlax. I'm going to air that right in. Ben, what do you think are the chances that Midjourney can Snorlax?
I think Snorlax is a pretty well-known figure in culture.
You think we've seeded the internet with enough Snorlax that it can pull it off?
Oh yeah. I think Midjourney is very familiar with Snorlax.
Oh god, the person above me did a DVD screen grab from live action Lilo and Stitch film, and they're all horrifying. Just horrifying. Disney needs to stop this. They need to sue whoever entered that into.
This is like the daycare that painted Mickey Mouse on the wall.
Yes.
Like Disney has to come down on them like a pile of bricks.
Yeah, otherwise it could happen. Okay, we got it. This is, congratulations, one of, I think, the worst bits of Midjourney art that we've ever managed to produce. Grayson, you deserve better than this. I apologize in advance, but
all right. Well, let's take a look.
This is what we got. So, I feel like,
well, here's the thing. There's Snorlax. Snorlax is in the bottom left one.
Yes.
I love these. I mean, I do like the look of these space corridors.
They're all good space corridors.
But they are not blocked by Snorlax.
No, not at all. Thank you, Robin, for the sticker, by the way. Yeah, Grayson, you deserve your floppies back. This is
Wait.
Nutrageous.
Do you want to ask for a different? It is funny that it did get Snorlax though.
Yeah. Snorlax is my wife's favorite Pokemon. For the record, my wife.
Very good.
Did I hear you offer Grayson a refund, Ben?
I was going to say, should you ask Grayson if he has another one?
Oh, you think I should just give away floppies? Is that how you do things on your channel?
Yeah.
Well, then, okay. Sounds good. So Grayson, try again. Spin the wheel again, but make it good this time.
My wife.
Oh God! Did that come through on my or just me?
I don't know if that only came through on yours or like if people. Oh yeah! Oh no! That's trouble. You can hear a Discord soundboard. All right. Well, I won't abuse this.
No, of course not. Okay. Grayson is Grayson. Okay. Now we have a corridor. Wait a second.
That's pretty good.
Okay, let's see here. a corridor and a spaceship lined with shag carpet. Okay. Now, you do want spaceship and not starship, right? I just want to make sure here because there's a world of difference. But we'll make this happen. Okay, so it's rendering. And we'll get back to this game in a minute. I think that's important to note that we're still technically playing the game.
I mean, this is probably the most gameplay I've done all week on a stream.
You know, this is a great time for me to talk about the fact that I've hit a important point in my Zelda Tears of the Kingdom playthrough, and that is the point where I now have like a deep sense of anxiety that I just need to finish the game and put it behind me. I've reached that point in an open world game where it just has to.
I saw your skeet about that today.
Yes, yeah. I did skeet about this, and I don't know what to do. I've got to get this over with, but I've still got a lot of game left, I believe. I've done like 100 shrines, which is troubling. But yeah, something's got to give. Grayson, you just got another bad result. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's,
well, he's SOL, and now this looks that I love it.
I mean, it's all good.
Actually, I love that, and I love the top right one with the padded.
Yes,
the padded windows. I mean, honestly, no, I love these. I'm sorry, Jess. I'm gonna belay that.
You're gonna belay that opinion.
I'm gonna belay that opinion.
Can you belay opinion?
I also like the shag carpet spaceships. There you go.
I protest. These are all very Kubrickian. Yes, I would agree, Nick. They are. I kind of like the lower left-hand corner. I feel like the rounded bulkheads at the top are very nice. I mean, all of these make great use of perspective lines, vanishing points.
The D bridge had a carpet, which was the toughest when they were like apparently they no longer make that type of carpet anymore.
Wow.
If you are going to attempt to remake it.
That's going to screw up my plans to remake it. Oh, wait. We have a question here.
Yeah, I mean, Zachary. You have all that space in your garage. You could be one of those guys.
What's the second window on the right?
That's a wonderful question. I did not notice that. There's like a poster for like a surfing movie.
I was going to say a poster for an upcoming art exhibit, like on Impressionism. Like join us in 10 Forward for Guidance Art Roundup. But either way, yes, the idea that one of the windows is apparently a poster is very fascinating. Zachary, I'm glad you pointed that out. Thank you.
Here's the thing. I'll ask you a question while we still have these up.
And they can be up for as long as you need to, Ben.
Good. Which of these would you like to live in? Because that's actually a hard question for me, because these all seem pretty cozy. And I'm leaning towards, I think I like the maroons on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And I really keep going back and forth between top and bottom left. And I think... Oh, this is so hard. It's sincerely difficult for me to think. But I think I'm like just a hair. And I would pick top left. That one just seems, I don't know, it just seems very cozy. And it seems very kind of retro. And like an interesting place to walk around and live. But that's my take. How about you?
Let me tell you why you're wrong. And
are you going to belay my opinion?
Belay that opinion. Here's the thing.
Shut up, Robin. How dare you?
Here's the thing. And I'm going to keep it to one thing.
Okay.
Look at the lighting. You have harsh spotlights on the top. You can see it in the way that they're casting shadows on the rug. On the bottom, you have a soft diffused light. You are going to slowly go mad in the top left corridors. It is
au contraire. I love it.
No, I don't know. You see, I think the lower
like living in a diner. It's like living in a beautiful spaceship diner.
Okay, and Zachary points out that the top left does have portholes that let you perv on the people inside.
Yeah,
that's a good point. I mean, this is probably what Galactic Star Cruiser at Disney World looks like, but we'll never know because it's going to be shut down soon.
Yeah.
Top right has a nice poster.
You and I going there. You got a spare, what, 5,000?
Here's the thing. Here's one additional thing.
One more thing.
In the words of Columbo, here's one additional thing. I came so close to booking a Galactic Star Cruiser trip immediately after it was announced that it was shutting down. I was like on the website. I was about to add things to my shopping cart. I was about to make that happen.
I have an embarrassing question. I want you to answer.
I think I know what it's going to be. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you know too. How many tickets? How many tickets were you looking at?
That was what I anticipated you're about to.
Yeah, how many tickets? Was it you, your lovely wife, and your young child, or just one, please?
Neither. It was two. One for me and one for my wife. Because could you hit the button, please?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Of course. Sorry, wasn't ready.
My wife.
Yes, one for me, one for my wife.
My wife.
Because we didn't want to risk our daughter ruining it because it would cost so much if she did. Like if she had a bad afternoon and just wasn't into it. It's like,
yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, it's like you go back to your room to look at your iPad for an hour and a half. Great, that just cost me $700.
Yeah.
So just axed it. Yeah, she was no longer invited to this great trip to Disney, but yeah.
And all these are archived, so when she's watching all of these
yeah,
well, very good. That you know what? I think that's the best answer you could have had. I think that's a great answer. So you know what? I stand with you.
Thank you. Oh wow. Wow. I don't feel patronized by that at all.
No, I stand. I think that was the best. I think that's the best one.
You are truly whacked, Ben.
I just gave you a truly whacked, Ben. Okay.
Okay.
Should we play this video game? What was happening?
Yeah, baby, yeah.
What if you got against using the turbo lift? Wouldn't that be great if we were like a Dr. McCoy who instead of hating transporters, hated turbo lifts?
Hold on, let's look at that model. Go back. Sorry.
I can't, now I'm on autopilot.
That person standing back, like, the lighting on the trail was just not
I just hope whatever
flattering.
Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end.
What we say? Oops.
Now, Carter here. We can handle it. He's do it to it.
We working together. We can tackle anything he throws at us.
Yeah,
Your optimism is positively
more boxes blocking the way.
God. And it's a cutscene. Why not just let them walk where they're going? Why do you need the boxes?
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
Chovak.
We were just looking
for you.
He's a spy.
I love a core.
Diaz, I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Etzelar on repeated occasions.
Sorry for the delay?
Yeah, sorry for the delay.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
Playing a Vulcan is very difficult.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
He should crush it with his Vulcan strap.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do constantly if I were a Vulcan.
Work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm.
This is the guy. This is the saboteur. He's a Romulan. I've solved it.
But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
We'll be ready.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready.
What a suck up.
Petty officer is a real thing in the military.
Yes.
I'm a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is
really?
not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotaru
Sensors.
You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes, Commander Chovak.
Do not belay. You heard the man.
All hands on deck.
Wow, that's his internal voice.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means
all hands on deck.
Go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave.
Ooh, I like this dramatic zoom.
Consequences
Two.
Damned.
2.
It all comes down to us, Nilly. We're the ones who will get it, Raider.
I know what we can do. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Whoa. Creme brulee, that order.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
A lot of new faces coming on board.
Wow, we got dressed fast.
It's got to
Goulet, that order.
Replacement.
It's a little Will Ferrell. I have no doubts.
They may not be the same crew we started out with, but they're still Starfleet. They'll know what to do when the time comes.
I prefer the scientific method.
Yeah.
Evidence over assumptions.
This that looks like Scotty's spaceship suit in
it does.
With the handles.
Yes.
There's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda.
Hair looks so weird in this.
Yes.
Miranda.
It does.
It's the least flattering to all the women characters.
Someone said earlier, this game looks like a remastered Xbox 360 game. And I get it. Like, hopefully a patch will help with that.
On the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Don't insult my ship?
Yeah.
Is that playful?
Don't talk badly about one of the best.
Yeah, see, he's
Could be Grampy's like, what'd you say?
She better be one of the best.
We'll see about that. But I am glad to be here. He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
What's her opinion? Hold on, let's pause and let's see what her take. So the Carter.
Miranda couldn't help but feel some chemistry with Carter.
Whoa! And what does Chovak here think?
This is like when a guy speaks to a woman and she is polite to him in any way. He comes away as like, I think she's into me.
And he negged her. Like, he was like... He didn't seem to.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Maybe Carter can wrestle up.
Maybe telling you the Telltale magic behind the scenes is a bad idea.
As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Maybe some show, not tell.
Yeah, it's not called Showtale.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
I am so glad that sometimes you just have one that hits, you know?
Left click the helmet. I mean, that's what makes the game when it runs.
See you on the other side.
Did she just airlock us?
Activating magnetic souls.
Magnetic Soul is my favorite Beatles album.
Yeah, that was a good one. Ooh. Any TV show or movie that has the magnetic boots has that close up where they're like, whomp.
I mean, magnetic boots are just a fun concept. Oh my God.
Look at that. That's fun. She's David Bowieing.
She's Space Quest 2ing.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Oh, come on, do it right. Let's look cool. Come on, the camera, do it right. No.
Never gets old.
Let's go.
It would have been fun if it flipped. Oh, that's cool. That looks good.
Oh, it's a shame it's stuttery. See, I love this. Like, I'm a sucker for this.
For big swoopy starship. I kind of wish, it feels like a lot of the ship is actually, like, for half of that was out of frame, which was kind of odd. Oh.
Wow. That's a camera move.
That was fun.
New episode.
So I guess that means that we've saved, but I wouldn't,
No way to know.
Yeah. It is hard to film in space. You're right, Lemming.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized.
Oh no.
Bad things start to happen.
That's like me and carbs.
And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
That's like me and coffee.
Feel free to make yourself at home.
That's like me and chocolate.
Help yourself to
I'm like a chocoholic, but for booze.
Yeah.
It's still one of my favorite all-time Onion jokes.
Good jokes, guys. Let's give it one more round. Okay. That's like me and spending time with my friend Jess.
That's like me and bits that aren't working.
No.
That's like me and heroin. That's right, Rob. I mean, the thing about heroin is, man, once you get a little bit of it, a little bit more sounds like a real good idea. Model train.
It's like that.
He's still got a thing for trains.
Every captain's got a dumb
The
thing.
engines of their day, apparently.
All right.
Jara.
Whoa.
Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips
around the naked expanse?
It's good.
I really want a captain that has like really dumb stuff in their collection.
The only regret is
here's my Furby. It's just like a Furby on the shelf.
the arrival of a first officer to her new ship.
2.
It's a bit of fanfare.
Really?
But unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
Yeah, just take a dump on the.
I have to admit, I was expecting something bigger. At least a marching band or a parade.
Wow.
We'll see if we can't make up for it somehow.
You think she's from the Mirror Universe?
Yeah.
As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage.
Is that a geode on his shelf? What a nerd.
As much as the crew.
His geode must be acknowledged. I don't know the details because I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, not really.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't really know the details.
Starfleet has been kind enough to keep the story contained. Probably because they want to protect me.
Thank you, by the way, Tom, for That's What She Said. I really wanted to get it out there and didn't.
A major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer.
What, like the Discovery?
Than we ever dreamed. What would have
Black
been
alert.
the crowning achievement of my career?
Read alert.
Right there. Within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. First of all,
I think
6-7's comment is really good. This is my Darkwing Duck merchandise. Ever tell you about the afternoons where I got my catchphrase, let's get dangerous?
Yeah, see, that's good. That's good. Yeah, the captain with his Magic the Gathering collection on the shelves, that's good. I want to pause here. These are all excellent right here. Name is Geode LaForge. I want to... Like, yeah, the captain with the anime, a big anime pillow, perhaps. Does Ensign Calloway here kind of have like that DreamWorks look?
He reads very Fortnite-y to me.
He does, like it's just kind of that, like, to me, he has, like, kind of that DreamWorks movie.
Here's why he's serving me.
Yeah,
First,
I'm censoring Grayson. That's right.
First of all, he's serving face. But second of all, I feel like that is the Flynn Rider Smolder from the Disney hit Tangled at some level. I don't know if you're a Tangled head.
I've heard it's good. I have not seen it.
Wow. Well, then, I have nothing more for you.
I'm going to load up Disney Plus and watch it, I guess.
That's right. Get back to me. Report back. Belay the stream. You need to go.
All right, play. Just put... Let's all watch Tangled together.
It was heartbreaking.
Do you think that, like, that's against anyone's terms of service if I just streamed a Disney Plus movie onto Twitch?
That shouldn't be a problem.
What if I take my phone and film it?
An electronic fart. You aren't to blame. She'll be nice this time.
You're being too hard on yourself. It wasn't your fault.
It's not a question of blame. It's about responsibility. No matter what the circumstances. In my defense, I will say...
What other mustache captains are there?
Senior staff had been
okay, pause for mustache captain rundown. Did Scotty ever reach the rank of captain?
Scotty was trapped in a transporter buffer for like
80 years.
A couple decades.
So he's out. Who else has a mustache in Trek? Riker has a beard and is a captain.
Paul, are you talking about the captain of the Hood? USS Hood captain. Oh, that's Robert DeSoto, of course. Did he have a mustache? No.
Did Mirror read? I'm not sorry.
Sam Kirk, but he's not a captain.
Did Tucker or Reed in the Mirror universe have mustaches?
Not captains, but
not captains. Dang it! And I'm just thinking of mustaches.
This is one of the greatest things about Memory Alpha is that you can literally type in chair and it will be like, in the Federation, many people used chairs.
In the 24th century, chairs are a common sitting device.
All right, a mustache, or in slang, stash, was a form of facial hair.
Oh no! It was.
Why is this? Hold on.
Was it killed in the final season?
The mustache was a common evil trait in human storytelling. What the fuck?
Hey, I thought this was Memory Alpha. This is some Memory Beta shit here.
Yeah, this is very Memory Beta. In any case, it isn't. It is not. It isn't saying any captains that have a mustache.
So the answer is no. No captains.
I'm going to say it. Here. There is. All right. Let's play a little game. All right.
Hey, One Short Eye. Good to see you, by the way.
I'm Q right now. Let's play a game.
Okay, Q.
So I'm
are you Q like QAnon or like the being of immense power?
I'm the being of immense power, but I'm also the real Q.
Okay.
So there's a box here of personal care under personal care. Okay. And so I'm going to give you 3 things.
Okay.
That are in text in this box. Anyone in the chat can look this up. Click through Grayson's link. I'm looking under products, and I am going to give you 3. One of which is one that I am making up, not real. Okay. All right. So the first one is aftershave.
Okay.
Second one is chapstick. The third one is nail polish.
So we're asking if there are memory alpha entries.
Which one of these doesn't have a memory alpha entry?
Okay, when you say doesn't have it, is there a link to create your entry here, or there's?
I mean,
literally...
you could nothing.
Mm-hmm,
There's no I'm and I'll even type in my fake one right now just to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not there.
Let's see. Well, I feel like chapstick. Wouldn't you call it lip balm if it was like we're in like Band-Aid adhesive bandage territory there? But then it's like chapstick is such an interesting choice. I mean, I bet when Kirk and McCoy got back from Ruapenthe, they were like chapsticking it up. So I'm sure it was in the novelization. I'm going to say aftershave.
But the novelization would be in memory.
It's sure to be a memory beta. You're absolutely right. I'm going to say aftershave.
It was absolutely chapstick. I couldn't think of lip balm. And I was like, I was like, chapstick is a trademarked term. There's no way that would be there.
Oh man,
no, you were so close. I
overthought it. I tried to second guess your second guess.
Which now you know like how I felt with the AI stuff.
Oh man,
I'm just going to one last. Is there's related medical conditions under personal care, which I will now quickly read.
Okay,
bad breath, baldness, body odor, suntan, wrinkles. 5 of those have memory alpha entries.
Is mustache a related medical condition?
Under bad breath, according to Q in 2366, bad breath was one of the disadvantages of being human. Great.
Maybe we should have a weekly stream where we read Memory Alpha.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it.
We'll call ourselves the Alpha Dogs or something cool like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we play this game though?
Yeah, let's go back.
Like another 3 minutes or so.
Trust me.
Yeah.
There was a lot of pushback from my former XO. And I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account.
Punch him. That's why I would punch somebody.
Once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
She believes in it. I think everyone's going to say 2, so 1.
And what happens if they don't?
There's a chain of command for a reason.
There's a whole episode about that.
We all have our orders.
A whole 2-part.
That's right.
Everyone on this ship
2 whole episodes.
Sometimes the occasional reminder doesn't hurt. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another.
I'll be Jara.
Oh.
Or at least I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
Could be us some Packlets.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. 2 previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
Heard that before.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record.
Sir.
A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before.
Ben, how do you think this captain will die, making us the captain?
Hatari.
Oh, he's gonna die in that storm. That's like right behind him and the whole time.
Yes.
Where I imagine the interference will be
like, that's a powerful storm.
It's about to kill you.
Matt will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
Like, yeah, Jazz, so you are absolutely right on the money there.
More powerful than anything on record.
Well, yes, but we're taking every precaution. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive.
Rough sledding?
I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
Your Starfleet points.
Yeah, you
If
get
after
Starfleet
serving
points
as
at the
my
end of
first
each episode.
officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own.
Oh boy.
Consider it mine.
Well, I got good news for you, Captain. You're ready to succeed.
I'm about to command the Resolute. Good news.
Yeah.
You have my full
What do we say? Sooner the better. 2, I'd be on.
Yeah. 1.
Oh,
It's
2.
been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Yeah, there's one
Thank
thing
you.
you're going to do.
Come.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to be instrumental to me becoming a captain someday.
Yeah.
I'm going to mess around.
Quite soon. Yeah, alright, let's look at all of his crap.
We just got a very good Demon World sticker.
Demon World.
Demon World. And what a dork.
Yeah.
That's his,
a couple more rocks. Boring.
Geode LaForge. I know Kevin already said that, but I kind of like the joke.
This guy is serious about dying in the most convenient way possible.
Oh, look. No boxes here. Just the complete inability to walk forward.
Well, yeah. I love that wood paneling, though.
Yeah, I mean, that looks really good.
That's a really handsome-looking door.
Where do you think it goes? Do you think that's the bathroom?
Yeah, it's probably the bathroom. Looks really cozy.
Nice, cozy bathroom.
Yeah.
Is that the bridge? Well, I'm not going there.
Yeah, if you'd said a Geodude was blocking the hallway. You know, they have to include these hallways because I think it's such an instrumental part to fantasizing that you're on Star Trek walking around hallways, right?
Yes. I mean,
like that's if the very good. If the experience that they're trying to give to the player of this game is like you're in a Star Trek adventure in like 1996, like everybody is going to want to walk around a hallway. Like the bridge is the most exciting place, but you want to walk around a hallway, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like I feel like if I'd been able to go to the Star Trek experience when it still existed in Vegas. Speaking of Galactic Star Cruiser, yeah, just walking around the hallways and getting that vibe is what I imagine. Although
there we go, and then we get the music, a little more wood trim. This is this is like a station wagon.
It's like a space sailing vessel.
Oh, it's like the tall ships of old.
I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek.
She's a bit of a jerk.
Or like Jurak.
Right. Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman.
Hey, Handar.
Yeah, he does look like a Handar.
What he lacks
Classic Handar.
He more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
This guy was not hardened by the occupation. He's
our chief science officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Didn't seem like it was.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
Don't mind my hair.
Tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you.
Oh my
hair. Remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time, and I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
What do we say?
1.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your
Oh
career is
man,
because you're part Kobliak,
this hair technology
because of
is.
what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't.
Oh man, hers is rough.
And you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not
I would
that
say
I've done anything
2.
close to what you've done.
I'm glad I inspire you.
You definitely set a standard to strive for.
Definitely something
I don't know
humans
what to
say.
That's incredibly flattering. Thank you.
I hope someday I can follow in your footsteps.
You're a bridge officer. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont.
We don't
Please
get along.
do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. Have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway.
Bad move.
I'm just turning in my retirement papers. This is going to be my last week.
is yours.
I'm just gonna hop on shuttlecraft, head on over to the starbase in this horrible ion storm, and sit in captain's chair when ready.
Now let's take a look at this bridge.
Operations, staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
Yeah, good thing he's here to make sure we have enough toilet paper and stuff.
Commander Amazon.
The helm.
Good angle.
Oh brother. Is this, did BioWare circa Mass Effect 1 make this?
So can I not save mid-episode? Is there just no way?
I believe that is what Paul said earlier. Don't go to the main menu, but take a look at the options and see if there's something. Obviously.
I'll try. Oh wait.
Settings. What's modes?
Oh, it's instructions for mini games.
Yeah, this is all right. So I guess not.
Yeah, you just can't save. No. Who saves games in this day and age, though? And no prompt. It doesn't even give you, are you sure you don't want to lose unsaved progress when you go back to main menu? Like, you just have no idea whether there was never any sort of don't turn the game off while the auto-saving icon's on. None of the things that games usually do to assure you that your progress won't be lost has this game bothered to do.
Science station.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that, given that, like, we're 3 episodes in, and this has mostly been us, you know, playing grab ass.
With him later.
Yes. Ben, what position on the bridge would you enjoy working?
Tactical station.
So I've played Star Trek Bridge, the VR Bridge one, whatever that was called, Bridge Simulator maybe.
Yes.
And there were, so you got to have a couple officer. I think communications would probably, you know, and I don't think communications might have been in there actually. Now I think about it. I think communications is probably fun. The Uhura job.
Yeah.
As it happens. That seems like a good job. Tactical was the most fun in Bridge Crew other than being captain. I had so much fun playing Bridge Crew with a full set of 4 people in VR. Like, because the game itself is very light, but like in VR with like a full complement of people, it's like totally bananas.
Communications is a good answer. I could go communications, like...
And Grayson, that was the best one. Like, that one was a lot of fun, too. Sorry, go ahead.
I wouldn't mind being, like... I feel like First Officer's pretty sweet. Like, you get to give out all the orders that the captain doesn't feel like giving out, and I feel like that would be really rewarding. Like, you know, in an obvious situation of danger where everyone perceives the danger... The captain doesn't want to take time out of his busy schedule to say red alert. So as first officer, you can just yell red alert and make that happen. So I think that would be really good. Yeah, counselor just gives obvious advice. I want a low end, like I want one where there's a lot of stress on me.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structure.
I sense rage.
He sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Grant permission.
Whoa.
Permission granted.
Lowering.
I love when there's only one option, but you have to click it anyway.
Condition blue.
There's just something about. And see, we're in another story.
Looks like they turned off
or another episode. There's something about Magel's voice that not a lot of the other ones particularly get.
Yes, agreed.
This looks great.
It does.
I'm not kidding.
No, it looks really good. This looks fantastic. I will say
that weird little like
to see her in pieces again.
Pointillism effect on his shoulder.
Yes.
It adds character.
I don't love recent Star Trek's over-reliance on nebulas and ion storms.
But
like,
this isn't exactly how I
why isn't just the black, inky blackness of space good enough anymore?
You know what? Jess, I'm right there with you. I kind of wish this was just straight black space.
Yes.
Like all the color and stuff is like that's the treat. You know, you don't start with a treat. You don't have ice cream for breakfast.
Yeah, of course I do. Starfleet's an open door. We just have to walk through it.
I like Chick Volkovic's comment here. What if the Ion Storm is just some kid screaming?
I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere. See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be.
Cranking my hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube? Sounds like the best euphemism I've ever heard. I'm sorry. That's good.
I was changing my room color.
Diaz to Commander Chobak. We have the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Paul, great question. No, they died. Everyone on the ship died.
Like she's about to hit him over the head with that. Like, argh. It was me all along. Sweet calibration tool.
Beginning recalibration.
This doesn't seem to, as much as this is like a, you know, it has like a bit of a Telltale pedigree.
Careful.
It doesn't seem like it has as much of like kind of like the dialogue trees and like kind of the branching that, you know, like that you saw in like Batman, right? Right? Like it seems like it has more of this kind of stuff.
Oh man, Lemming Runs makes a great point. What in the space venture is this? Oh, this does that big space. Look at that arm just slapping around the screen. Also, this makes no sense to me. Like
Listen, all you have to do is move your tool and then tune the node. I'm assuming you have to get in the center. And it's just like, so yeah. Oh, but it doesn't like... The hell is this?
whatever you select attracts the circle.
Oh, all right. Oh, there we go. Got it.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Nah, speak for yourself.
Want to show off? Episode over.
Hal is in charge.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
I mean, you have the pips right there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
You seem to think very highly of yourself.
With good reason.
Oh, she's smearing on the wall.
Though, a Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all.
Wow.
But if, as an example, we found ourselves
in
a
space
hostile
racist
situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you
were
in
an
infusion, what would happen then?
I get xenophobe is probably the correct.
Oh no, her power ring's lighting up.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst case scenario.
What we say?
3, that's a 3.
Big 3 energy.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned, just curious.
Jesus Christ, this guy's just an asshole.
Yeah. Probably from the mirror universe.
Man, there's a lot of assholes on this ship.
To stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends.
Yeah, do you have a problem?
Mr. Westbrook, if you have some kind of
airlock him.
With me, and you just met me so it has nothing to do with me, you're gonna have to figure out how to get over it.
Yes.
I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. I'll stick to science. That is what this ship is for.
Very well.
You didn't answer any of your questions.
On the Starbase.
No.
Let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute...
Bad first... Star Trek, bad first impressions.
However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure.
I'll just ignore this red blinking alarm.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's taking us way too long to get upset about that.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound on screen.
Oh no. Hope there's not a shuttle out there.
It's the Nexus.
It's the Nexus.
Oh, they're about to go to Edwardian Christmas.
That's right.
And if my projections are right,
Dr. Soren will be there? Was that his name?
Dirac or Soren, yeah. It's the Nexus.
You want to say red alert?
Time it out, see what happens. Let's see what happens if she times out. Do you die?
Or do we just have to hit it?
Red alert.
It pushed it for you! Why did it even ask?
Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
I like the action movement here. This feels good.
We can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact.
Oh,
1 minute.
Well,
Shield
that's over.
We have limited protection. I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we
that's the Star Trek, alright.
You have to believe me.
Dump the core.
One shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
Which one? Which one?
That's right.
It's you know, I think it's actually probably the deflector pulse. This is such a this is such a ridiculous question to ask the player, because how would you have any this is just a coin flip, right? Like there's no third option, main menu. What would much do?
Okay, what you got, Ben? What is it?
I'm gonna say the deflector pulse, because even though the science officer is a jerk, he has been here the longest. He knows. 1.
Commander Westbrook, use the deflector dish.
Already working on it. Optimal timing displayed. It's going to be tight.
Good. Send the pulse on my command.
Ooh. That's neat.
Now.
We got it. This is it.
All right, we're going into the Nexus.
Mentioning the Nexus.
Yeah, no, Kevin is absolutely correct.
Yes. That's all Trek does nowadays, is ride the wave of various galactic phenomena.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Ooh. Do you think we'll get Gary Mitchell powers?
Supercharge the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
This is
blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us
a high level of techno
babble. The access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Plasma level is exclamation point.
Yeah.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Ooh, an EPS conduit? Yes, please.
Affirmative.
Engage the
They just misspelled affirmative.
It should allow us to stop the EPS flow
I think it's 1F.
without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Hey, Goose. Good to see you.
Hey, Goose. S down. Boy, this is very Space Quest 5-y again. I want to just point out for the record, this is the most Space Quest 5 game since Space Quest 5.
Yes, can you please toggle the interlock?
Are you sure?
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Signal routing, eh? Does that involve pressing a button? Done. Just move this isolinear chip over here.
Sure.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Yep.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges.
There's some malaise coming your way.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Smart. Oh my lord.
Just shoot at it.
That's what they teach you at Starfleet Academy.
There's this energy surge, so I'm just gonna fire beams of light at it.
Done. That alien life form's dead now.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Use your phaser to clear a path. Okay. Oh, what are you talking about? I can't shoot her.
Are you really walking that slowly?
Yes. Some real run and gun gameplay here.
Stroll and shoot.
So Ben, how's life?
Oh, you know, it's the pollen count in Chicago is absolutely bananas. Like,
oh man!
Now that the weather, like you probably heard me like turn my head and cough a bunch of times. It is absolutely like just like every day I check the pollen thing and it's like we're at very high.
Let me tell you what I did today. It was an important day for our family. I snuck away and purchased my daughter's first cell phone to be gifted to her on the occasion of her birthday in a week.
Wow!
I know.
May I ask what birthday?
It is going to be 10th birthday, which
is 10 the cell phone like for a parent today? Like is that what most parents are doing?
I feel
is it 10?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of her friends have been getting them in the past month or so, past few months, and we like went back and forth between 10 and 12, and then decided that the convenience of her being able to contact us would be worth the risk of handing her a device that costs several $100s and trusting her not to trade it for magic beans or something like that.
Yeah. And I'm seeing agreement from two parents in the chat.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better.
Pledge 11. Yeah. Nick and Kevin are aligned. Yeah, because I have no idea. Like I got my cell phone when I was
opening the access panel.
17 or 18, but that was in, like 2000 it was like 2003 or 2004. So
yeah, I think I was like 31. So yeah, I mean that feels like a little too long.
Yeah, I got a cell phone for college. So like right before I left for college, I got a cell phone. And it was the Nokia, like your kind of classic, like with Snake.
Yes.
Everyone knows that one. The classic Nokia.
Kevin mentions parental controls are never granular enough to do what you want to do. I spent some time today drawing up a set of cell phone rules like an absolute narc. I hate the person I've become. Like a set of rules that she will like have to read and I don't know, maybe sign. Now I really feel like a narc or just a weird authoritarian, but I think there have to be rules. Oh, I hate that. Oh. I don't know, Ben. I don't know if this is a good decision.
I mean, I guess the only equivalent for me is like, you know, like at her age, I was going on to internet forums and stuff, and my parents had absolutely no context for how any of that works. So you're probably doing better than my parents were in that respect. Just, well, I mean, you know, my parents were like had absolutely no understanding of how any of that worked.
Yeah, you were tape training with older men on the streets and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's correct. Literally correct. That's right.
Ben, do you have time to get to the end of this episode, whenever that may be?
Yeah, let's get to the end of this.
Oh, wait, I have to interact. I forgot that's part of it. Wait, how great was that shooting sequence?
It was pulse pounding.
I know you're always complaining about these games that are just all narrative and story and no action, so I'm glad you could be here for this. Crank. I'm cranking my Jeffrey tube again.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Yeah, you see, that's a bad idea, Kevin. You should not let your children follow me on Twitch. Unless they're going to subscribe. Oh, look at his hand. Classic hand.
6-7. Oof. I'm sure I did the same with Imagination network overruns. Because, like, we paid for, like, I don't know, like 8 hours a month, and I absolutely went over that playing Serbius.
Once I cycle the manifold nozzles,
I'll cycle the manifold nozzles. I'll cycle your manifold nozzles.
Oh no, the captain was in there.
Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Not the captain.
There he goes. Watch this. Bit of shrapnel. He's done. He's cooked.
Oh man.
He's a corpse. He's done.
Get down! Diaz to bridge. We just lost the dock.
Man, Grayson's absolutely roasting me in the chat.
We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
Uh-oh.
There's a problem.
We need the hull.
The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working?
What are our options?
In an emergency.
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Well, everything's happening fast.
What are our options?
Failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
What we say?
Let's see what happens if we run out of time again.
Okay.
Because now I'm curious. Like, does that matter?
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Well, now we don't have to rush anymore.
2. I mean, it's, you know,
The docking clamp isn't functioning. We're exploring our options.
The option is to detonate the emergency release.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
Does the hull have a polarity?
Reversing polarity is a Doctor Who
Go ahead.
cliche.
Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Trust me.
Trust me.
You brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
Just kill me, first officer.
You better be sure you make the right decision.
The captain made himself quite clear.
Make the right
They're
decision.
gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are
What we do?
What is the
Which is the one that saves more lives?
I don't remember.
Well, remember, the needs of the many more than the needs of the few, or the one. So I think it's reverse the polarity, blow the bolts, kills everyone. That timer thing is so silly.
Reverse the polarity?
Killing me. Yeah, reverse the polarity of the neutron
standby.
It is wild that there's no timer.
Yes, Commander.
Especially after Telltale Games would always like remind you, it's like, you don't always have to answer. Not answering is a valid option.
Repair crew. This is acting Captain
Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hold polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
They deactivate their boots so their legs don't get ripped off, I guess.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark!
I want to see his legs get ripped off.
Oh!
Wait.
Wait. What's the difference between retry in story mode and retry?
Does retry in story mode make it non-interactive?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What?
8,
Which one did you select?
6,
That's just retry, I guess. I bet this means it's no longer interactive.
2, 1. Mark!
Oh, man. I don't know who Mark is, but I bet he doesn't have as good timing as I do. Ooh. I was so sure it was going to take us back to the beginning of the episode.
I also have that.
I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma level! Exclamation point.
We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
A manual crank. Starship is great.
Seems very.
This is like the little thing on the side of the Snoopy snow cone maker.
Oh my god, we had that too.
They still make those. That is still actively manufactured. My daughter has one.
Really? I'm gonna have to Snoopy snow cone.
Man, a Snoopy snow cone would be so good right now.
Oh man, I could definitely screw up a Snoopy snow cone right now.
Oh look, we're using the power of togetherness.
Wow, it pretty much looks the same. They have them at the Target right near my apartment. Get out there tomorrow morning.
They probably shaved off some dangerous sharp edges because of the woke mind virus.
Yeah, there's no lead in it anymore.
I got you.
Oh no. She fell asleep.
So what's the helmet for? I guess to give her oxygen.
Yeah.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There's an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon.
I love the face lights.
Yeah.
In this, my favorite thing. It
Yeah.
only serve to make it more difficult.
I'm really wondering why they don't have a transporter they can put up too.
Paul, that's an incredible question. Why aren't they being transported off?
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
Oh no, she's a zombie now. W.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
Oh,
How
no.
about you discuss it while this
Fight me on this.
Star Trek Nemesis lightning comes at you?
Yes, that is the Star Trek Nemesis color, isn't it? Which answer do we want
It's
here?
a very no, you come right after. Let her be the hero that she's asking to be.
That's right. She deserves her hero's journey too.
Right behind me.
Yeah, I'll take my chance to save myself.
Doesn't seem to be having much urgency here.
Oh no.
Well, I guess we should have done it after all. Nope, or not. Or yes.
Oh, she's fine.
Oh well.
She's fine. She's fine. Well, rough day at the office.
We're in.
So wait, did they both make it?
They're
I guess.
bringing the SIF fully online.
All right, well, I guess never mind. It seemed like she was in big trouble.
I bet that's going to be a plot point. She's now going to have Nemesis energy.
Yeah, she's gonna
turn to Tom Hardy.
Be Picard's. Yeah, I think that's probably the episode.
We did it. The price of duty. Perfect place to
Vulcan
stop.
smiled. Game ruined. Oh man, the captain's pissed.
All right.
Look at that.
Goodness gracious, Ben. What's the verdict?
I want to see more. I want to see what happens.
Can I count on you for next week?
I believe,
or at least another session.
I would
definitely
be. Yeah, I would definitely be down to play more of this for sure.
Okay, good, because I am curious to explore more. I want to see where this goes. But
I'm free next Thursday.
Perfect. Well, I think I am too. We'll make it a thing, a date. We'll make it happen. But thank you for joining me in that, Ben. Do you have anything at all you'd like to plug? Let me plug your channel, which everyone should go follow. I think everybody already is. But tell us about what you do and who you are.
Follow me on Twitch on Tuesdays. Grayson is Turtle tomorrow. The chat and our friend Sarah and I play classic point-and-click adventure games, but mostly we talk about old movie stars and old rock and roll stars that might have died in a plane crash.
What if the Big Bopper had a spaceship?
Hey, can we have bops in the chat, please? Let's get a bunch of bops out there. And then if you're watching this and you're enjoying all the Star Trek talk, I also have a Babylon 5 podcast called the Last Best Babylon 5 podcast, and we were almost we've already started recording, but I haven't released yet the 5th season, and so we're pretty far in our watch along. So if you're watching it for the first time or the 5th time, or just want to hear 3 idiots yell at each other, it's a really good time, especially because in the later episodes, the most recent ones, the podcasting program that I use gave me and only me access to a soundboard, which I only use to harass my co-hosts.
What is going on? What is going on?
So
that's a very good soundboard so far.
Yeah. No, I have a very large folder on my computer filled with MP3s of bizarre clips and lots of political clips from the Bush era, which we're all obsessed with.
Let the eagle soar.
So, you know.
So, if you enjoy Bush era humor,
if you like references to say,
I'm John Kerry, and I'm reporting for duty.
You know, if you like that, you know,
a John Kerry sound clip.
Yeah, you know, it's truly. You want to know what's even more deranged? Is I have this as well.
We're going to Washington D.C. to take back the White House.
Remember that, everyone? The moment that killed Howard Dean's career.
All I have is this.
Big meaty man slapping meat.
You can't hear it, Ben. It was just
it
was just a clip of Big E from the WWE saying "big meaty men slapping meat," which
to stop these terrorist killers. Now watch this drive.
Watch this drive. I'd totally forgotten where "Now watch this drive" came from. I just decided it was Grayson's catchphrase.
No, it's not on. I'm using a Discord soundboard that I worked on, but I also have somewhere Bush going what's that dumb fucking thing he said? Won't get fooled again.
Yeah,
remember that?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I won't get fooled.
Yeah.
Can't get fooled again.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want a podcast which has become me harassing my co-hosts with obnoxious Bush-era humor, if you're tired of rewatching Fahrenheit 9/11 and you want something new,
6-7 makes a good point. That would be a good Captain catchphrase. Now watch this warp drive. It's not going to get any better than that. Stream's over, folks. Have a good night.
We got to stop there.
We'll
Bye, everybody.
see you again soon.